And how do you think that solves being able to shine light on corruption, weaponization, any kind of misconduct that exists with the American people?
It doesn't solve it. But the FBI will crush you. This government will crush you and your family if you try to expose the truth about things that they are doing that are wrong.
And how do you think that solves being able to shine light on corruption,
One
weaponization,
more time.
any kind of misconduct that exists with the American people?
It doesn't solve it. But the FBI will crush you. This government will crush you and your family.
That is the FBI whistleblower that has lost and thrown away his entire career. This is also the Marine combat veteran that got a medal for bravery. I think he had straight up just 6 months of action, and he went into law enforcement and then Quantico, and his life was serving his country. Now he has thrown all of that away, I suppose one can say, especially from the mainstream perspective. And, well, the media is not talking about him. The Democrats are demonizing him. And the FBI is pretty much literally acting like he doesn't exist. That's Exhibit A. And then I got the huge bomb to drop, and I hope more people know about it. Let's see. President of Empower Oversight test whistleblower hearing. Okay, let's see real quick.
In light of all these obstacles for FBI whistleblowers, you would think Congress would do everything that it could to welcome their disclosures here.
Yeah.
But FBI employees coming to Congress have unfortunately been shamefully treated by Democrats on this committee. It's one thing to hear allegations and find them unpersuasive or even distasteful.
What's up?
An office can even ignore those allegations if they choose. That's their prerogative. But to go out and actively smear the individuals making disclosures is far worse. That's what the Democrats on this committee did when they released a March 2nd report entitled GOP Witnesses: What Their Disclosures Indicate About the State of the Republican Investigations. That report was inaccurate, both on the law and on the facts. The law doesn't define the term whistleblower. Instead, it protects from retaliation individuals who engage in protected activity.
Okay. So let's see. You guys ready for this this little bomb I'm about to drop? I don't want to take credit. I did not learn this on my own. Okay? I got an ally out there on these YouTube streets. Well, from the Rumble streets too. And oh goodness, I have to lower it. I hear the feedback. My apologies. Thankfully, I've learned a thing or two about a thing or two. Geico. Okay. Evelyn, hello, dear, by the way. Or Eloine. I'm so sorry, Eloine. I'm glad you caught me live too. Oh my god, wait, are you I recognize you. Holy snap diggity. I've known you for like 20 years. It's amazing. I'm welcome. This is a small fraction of what I do, but it's great to have you. Welcome to the I'm not going to be creepy and say family. I'm nervous to say community. Just welcome to the show, and we celebrate independent thinkers here. So, yeah, no, I know. Christina, okay. Hey, Shelby. Jesus H. Shelby. Don't forget, we're like practically neighbors. All right. D. Libby, Don, hashtag find Jamie Valdez. Everybody hashtag find Jamie Valdez anywhere and everywhere. It costs nothing. A little effort to show a fellow American, a brother and sister, a family in arms, a little solidarity. Show the powers that be, even if they won't move and there was corruption, absolutely, unequivocally, allegedly, in my opinion, and the opinion of many, that case was mishandled on purpose. So, White Dragon, Ali, hello, Angry C, Conservative, and Queen, Survivor. So, guys, check this ish out. I don't know. Here, let me propose it like this. I did get a message from Cannabis Conservative, CanCon, and I wasn't sure if it was true, but then I did a little quickie search on every search engine possible. I found the most mainstream outlet, so check it out, guys. I'm going to just say it. Let's see. Allegedly, everything's changed, so here goes. I'm allowed to now say this without any threat of recourse, revenge, or punishment. The 2020 election is absolutely, without a doubt, fraudulent, and we have evidence to prove that we do not need to trust the outcome, and Trump really won. What's that? Oh my God, is YouTube going to shut me down? No, and let me tell you why. Let me do a little split screen. Hold on. That feedback. Yeah, I just said those things, and YouTube's not going to strike me. Let's see if they try to mess with the algorithm, but I'll tell you, they just they released the following. See what I see, my friends. See this here? YouTube. Remember, guys, what have I always preached here? Okay? Let me full screen this part. The media and the powers that be have this strategy that they've been using for time and a half, decade, century after century. It's the slow drip. It is where they start with a big, bold lie, and then slowly, over the span of years, they slowly start to retract the lie. And by the time the lie is retracted, you're like, oh, uh, of course. Yeah, no, we knew it all along. It somehow becomes more manageable. Hey, Patricia, it becomes more manageable. It becomes less, the shock value wears off. It's all strategy. This is thought out. Okay, and it's deeper. And that's why Trump would say deep state. So, again, let me show you the article. Let's go through it together. Boom. So, YouTube has finally stops deleting false, quote unquote, 2020 election claims. Why would they do that, guys? Why would they all of a sudden stop anybody talking about, like, I guarantee you this day and age, CanCon could have a YouTube channel, because everything he was saying back then, the same reason that Time Magazine wrote a hit piece about CanCon and the community of people that he would speak with, they were all written about as if they did something wrong and that they were spreading misinformation. I think they could actually have a lawsuit. I don't know how it works, but so, all right, moving forward, let's read. YouTube will stop removing videos with false claims of fraud in the 2020 presidential election. The social media hold on, take a moment. All right, give yourselves a round of applause if you've called it and called it and called it from day one, or if it took you some time. Like, no, it didn't even take me. I knew, even though I wasn't rooting for the guy, I knew there was some effery afoot. So, yeah, the truth does prevail, and it comes out, and it has it has our entire system that we're supposed to trust looking mighty stupid. So slow drip continues. The move ahead of the 2024 election is a reversal of its policy put in place after the 2020 vote. The company said it has deleted tens of thousands of videos that would dare question, just questions, not outright like full-on Alex Jones style, like yelling and shoving it down your throat, even if you agreed. No, if you just dared, like, remember that one time I read from a virologist that said COVID was a lie, and then I got hit with a copyright strike. No, I got hit with a strike because I got hit with misinformation, not because I lied, but because I read it out loud, and I'm not a doctor. That was essentially the explanation I was given when I tried to appeal. Oh my, how times have changed, because I can say all the stuff I used to say then, now. Why is that? So let's go and continue deeper. And feel free, test it out. All right? It's set in stone, baby. The company, yep, we got there. Let me get to the full sentence. All right, the company said it has deleted tens of thousands of videos questioning the integrity of past elections, but now it was time to reevaluate. Oh, how? Wait a minute. Wait. Let me think about this as I'm reading it. Now it's time to reevaluate. I mean, I thought Dominion was suing Fox News, right? What is it like? Why now is it okay for? I don't know. There's always something fishy. What's the plan behind the plan here? What are we really set up to see? I'm excited and terrified at the same time. Why can we now say the 2020 election, where you'd almost get a knock at the door for just saying it was fraudulent, it was dishonest, or laughed at, or be made a pariah, or be tarred and feathered and laughed at, whatever the case. I said that twice. Whoops. But now, no, it's okay to say, because they're reevaluating it. This time, the policy goes into effect from the 2nd of June. Today o'clock, mother trucker. YouTube and, oh my goodness, other social media platforms like Twitter, where Elon Musk got them to show that they have over less than 100 meetings with the FBI. Over 80, less than 100. I wonder about, well, Facebook, aside from Zuckerberg knowing that we were being watched by the FBI and that putting tape over cameras was commonplace, and James Comey famously almost like smacking us in the face during the interview said, we assumed you all know this was common practice. Yeah, I still remember. Pepperidge Farms remembers. So let's go further. YouTube and other social media platforms have faced intense pressure since the 2016 elections. Is that the primaries? Yeah, I remember the Bernie blackout. To safeguard against political misinformation. I'm sorry. Are they trying to tell us that they're safeguarding by allowing everything to be said? What is the play here? I'm looking for something that's going to come out of this in their benefit, because anything that's made to look like it's the American people or taxpayers' benefit is a ruse. I hate to admit it, or I hate to say it plainly. Ain't nobody concerned about us. The Google-owned platform, YouTube, says the new policy is being put into place because of today's changed landscape. What has changed so much? The Biden administration is a travesty. Check. Our immigration policy and the border is a joke. Check. Human trafficking, child trafficking, fentanyl trafficking, where Mayorkas can't even answer a simple question about how things are done. He couldn't even identify some of the tags. Ted Cruz owned him famously publicly when the guy in charge of the border could not identify the little wrist tags, wraps that they put on people to show which cartel owns them. The person in charge, put in place by the Biden administration, by the president himself. Wait, Hunter, you hearing this? Hold on. Let's listen in real quick. He's listening. That's a sign that he's listening. Okay. I wonder, can we start talking more about the laptop? Can we prosecute the Bidens? I'm getting ahead of myself. In the current environment, we find that while removing this content does curb some misinformation, it could also have the unintended effect of curtailing political speech without meaningfully reducing the risk of violence or real-world harm. The company said in a statement, all of a sudden now, oh my God, 3 years later, or let's go as far back as 2016. Holy crap, now you're concerned about our freedom of speech? It's just, that's something we would expect consistency. That's a shirt or a coat you want to wear from the day that you're born. Free speech, cozy, good. But no, now you're just going to pop it on and say we're all in it and it's all gravy? Never. I'm going to take a page out of Anonymous's book. Never forget, expect us. Well, all right then. This is what I got to say. Let's go down the rabbit hole just a smidgen. Okay, just a smidgen. I wasn't going to go live until I got this text message. YouTube said it would continue to tweak its policies in advance of the 2024 election. I'm so nervous. There's something there, but did not provide specifics. Of course not. I want specifics. Can we FOIA? I mean, YouTube is a private company. Okay. The BBC has contacted the company for comment. And what do we have? Let's tell them, Alex. The company added that it will continue to enforce other election misinformation policies. Okay, so they're going to cherry pick stuff here, there, anywhere that they choose. So it sounds like really they're preparing a regurgitation, another form of labeling things misinformation, maybe under a new pretense. Maybe they're just putting the headline, yeah, we're lifting the ban. You could talk about the thing that is no longer present, but you can't talk about the new thing that hasn't happened yet once you see it coming. I don't know. Catch-22. For instance, videos that include misleading instructions on where or how to vote. obviously, even though we all saw that there was manipulation from both sides, I suppose. I mean, it just so happens it was far more prevalent to the GOP because everybody wanted to screw Trump over, and then Biden won. So, yeah, no. And I can say that out loud. Biden lost, by the way. Okay, there's no way. There's no way in hell. Y'all saw, you were there. You watched it happen and unfold. The rallies, the people, the passion, that wasn't there for Biden. There were just people that hated Trump, and that did not outweigh the people that wanted to make America great again. Okay. Even old school Bernie or busters like me that felt so screwed over by the DNC flipped the bird and went over to Trump's side. We watched, we saw too. The election fraud policy was enacted in December 2020 and led to the deletion of a video posted by Donald Trump on J6, January 2021, telling protesters to leave the U.S. Capitol. Yeah, what a strange thing to go after him for. Remember, there was not a single incitement. We got, what was her name? Maxine Waters telling young Democrats to go and find and harass at Republicans anywhere you see them, in restaurants or on the streets. That was okay. Trump saying go be peaceful. That's not okay. Okay. Sorry, I clear my throat very often here. So that video fell afoul because Trump also repeated his false claims of widespread fraud. Wait, how is it a false claim? When now we could say it. I thought you were blocking misinformation, but now you're allowed to say it. Is it misinformation or is it not? Somebody make it make sense. All right, let's go. Here's the quote. This was a fraudulent election. Now, let me say it without the quote. It was a fraudulent election. Okay. But we can't play into the hands of those people. Trump said in the clip, "We have to have peace, so go home. We love you. You're very special." Oh, that was just deplorable. Did you hear the way he said, "We love you. You're very special. We have to have peace"? Ugh. Ugh. Just the douche chills, man. I feel like I gotta wash. Go in peace. Ew. Yuck. Yucky. Okay. So, a video posted by a U.S. congressional committee investigating the Capitol riot, you mean celebration of American voices coming together in solidarity with provocateurs and FBI plants screwing the pooch. Oh, and police that were just opening up every which way they possibly could, and with very conveniently placed people that had cameras or quote unquote undercover investigative journalists that just so happened to be near Ashley Babbitt. So we got that footage where she was ended. Yeah. And somehow that's celebrated by people on the left. Yep, she had it coming. She served her country. Doesn't matter. She had it coming. I hope you all are just chewing on your teeth right now. Gotta take a breather. Okay, so a video posted by U.S. guys. Did I just read this? No, I didn't. Posted by a U.S. congressional committee investigating the Capitol riot was deleted in 2022 because it too contained a clip of Mr. Trump repeating election falsehoods, but they're not falsehoods. The company lifted restrictions on Mr. Trump's YouTube channel, which has more than 2.7 million subscribers, in March of this year. There's more, I promise. Now that the lift is here, I don't know. I can only speculate. Shadow bans are a thing. Since then, the former president has posted around 20 short clips in support of his campaign. Well, there you have it. Let me go back. I mean, look at there's a congregation of articles. All right. This is breaking news. What a weird time to break it. YouTube to allow election denial on the platform ahead of 2024. YouTube stops deleting false 2020 election claims. It's the BBC. So this is now just it's everywhere. Let me go a little further. Let me see if I could find anything that sticks out. The big lift. Did we have a big lift in the election? This is what no, that's back in 2022. All right, you can see everything I've already clicked on because, well, I have constantly looked this stuff up, and so I've been there, done. Oh, Bloomberg. Screw Bloomberg, by the way. That man bought his way onto the DNC ticket. And how much does it cost to want to be a president and run as one? Tune of $5 million. And then DNC is like, yeah, come on in. You don't have to do a campaign, grassroots, nothing. So I think, we just go, oh yeah, don't mind the head wound. I mean, there it is. There you have it, folks. Now you know. And now the next part of the plan, the program here is going into effect. All right. Last night's live, the live before that, the very last live I did, hold on, because they have been hitting me with the demonetization, the shadow bans, and it's amazing to see. I have been testing it with shorts using specific words here and there. So let me check right quick how they're operating. I gotta close the live content. All right, and I keep fighting every time. Okay, so the whole parody I did last night, that was fine. They didn't I don't think they didn't do anything. But the one personal evolution and then that one and then a thank you, that was demonetized and I'm still awaiting a review. On my mind, still awaiting a review. I don't understand. But even despite that, thank you everybody that takes the time to just simply smash the like button. It helps fight. It helps spread the video. It helps us get involved and take a dip in the big pool of the algorithm of mistruths. And now the pool is going to get a whole lot wider and a lot wetter. And the world is going to be a strange place as time goes on. I promise you that. So I guess, and let me show you one big difference here. With a short that is shadow banned versus a short that is not shadow banned. So behold, this is my comic book stuff, right? I'm going to turn it. Just pay attention to, I guess, the two on the top, the best Final Fantasy and the only henchman Joker won't end. So those two never got a ban. They were never demonetized. So you'll see I got one, or I can read it. 1.4 thousand views, 194 views from last night, 21 hours ago. However, when I put drag, all I did was put drag in the title, Joker in drag. Guess what? Demonetized, shadow banned, 16 views. And that was posted in the same allotted time as the prior two videos that have thousands of views. So there is your direct evidence of shadow banning being a thing. And remember, this is their strategy. Once they hit you with that little yellow shadow ban or whatever and demonetization, it impacts the algorithm until they lift it. So it's a strategy that keeps you and your voice, or the voices of you, those of you that support what is being said, and the passions of all of us being sick and tired of being sick and tired. It helps suppress our voice. And then after 24 to 36 hours, the time is up. Your video is no longer floating around and popping up on other people's suggestions to watch. Dirty Pool, YouTube. You might be doing your slow drip just like your counterpart sister, the mainstream, but you're still doing Dirty Pool. So at the very least, I can say without concern, hey, fuck you mainstream, fuck you FBI, fuck you CIA. We should have ripped y'all apart like John F. Kennedy wanted to do, and we have that as a direct quote from his nephew. And fuck that fraudulent election back in 2020, and fuck COVID, and fuck all the vaccine propaganda bullshit, and all of that stuff. Let's be that free speech platform, you mother truckers. Don't like my mouth? Fine. But let the truth be told, even if it's got a little few words that are offensive. Yeah, pieces of shit. So, all right, that's that, y'all. Do what you will with the information. If you don't mind, if you could find it in your heart, if you find it worthy, hit the like button. If you haven't, maybe share it. Whatever the case, just show that you're interactive. That makes it impossible to ignore a channel. Good night, one and all. I see you, bass girl. Good to see you, sweetheart. Lewis, that one girl, Allie, angry, and it's my. I'm sorry. There's lurkers. Hello to hi Hoot Owl Holler, Independent Many, Patricia. All right. Now we're cooking with gas here. All right. Peace out. I gotta refill Hunter Biden's dog bowl. Oh, bye, Christina. I see you too. Okay, we going. FBI.